She is a monster, nearly 8 million kilograms of steel, 115 metres long, capable of carrying a dozen missiles and close to 30 torpedoes.
Recently, global tensions have reached a peak, with the wars in Gaza and Ukraine intensifying, riots in the UK, and violent protests in Africa. The United States has been pressured to take an offensive and defensive stance. In response, the U.S. Navy has launched the world's most lethal submarine. This state-of-the-art vehicle is unlike anything ever seen before. From intelligence gathering to reconnaissance and surveillance, this submarine is poised to redefine the future of naval operations for the U.S. Navy. What makes this submarine special? Will it be a game-changer amid these global conflicts? Join us on this special episode as we explore how this U.S. submarine will change history. Manta Ray, the submarine that will change everything. For years, this elusive and innovative machine was a mere dream, until now the Manta Ray, with its unprecedented capabilities, is set to redefine naval warfare. Recent media reports have revealed that the U.S. Navy has just completed testing on a super-secret autonomous submarine nicknamed the Manta Ray. This vessel, designed and built by Northrop Grumman, is a state-of-the-art platform created to solve a long-standing problem. After years of research and development, the Manta Ray completed its first operational test off the coast of California this spring. But what is it? Due to the highly classified nature of the program, few details are known publicly about what the Manta Ray is and what it is capable of doing. It is publicly known that the Manta Ray concept is meant for a fully autonomous underwater vessel that does not need a human either on board or controlling it. Once launched, the Manta Ray carries out its mission and reports back. To be as efficient as possible, the Manta Ray is designed to be modular, and its components fit inside 5 shipping containers. Reports suggest that this saves energy for longer transits where the Manta Ray can be moved by truck instead of under its power. Once on site, the Manta Ray can be assembled with standard tools and a crane. The Navy has yet to say what type of ship can launch the Manta Ray, and it is unknown how it will be deployed. However, perhaps the large mission bay of a littoral combat ship or an amphibious ship's sound deck could launch the ship. Once in the water, the Manta Ray's mission has not been revealed. However, it can be inferred based on what has been said publicly. According to media reports, the Manta Ray can carry out a variety of reconnaissance and surveillance missions. These missions could be as simple as taking photographs and videos of enemy coastlines using underwater cables, or as advanced as infiltrating enemy ports to gather intelligence on combatant navies. Whatever the case, the Manta Ray has been categorically described as a surveillance vessel. So far, there has been no mention of arming the boat other than just theories about its use. There is little else that can be inferred from publicly released photographs. An example of this is the size of the Manta Ray. In the photographs published by the U.S. Navy, a 7-meter rigid-hull inflatable boat closely follows the ship. Using a very rough estimate, it is clear that the wingspan of the Manta Ray is around 20 meters and the length is approximately 14 meters. The published images also intentionally obscure the aircraft's rear. This is common in published images when using or transporting sensitive equipment on that part of an asset. Because of this, the Manta Ray could likely tow some type of ray, a sonar ray, or a communications ray behind it that has such a capability. For decades, the U.S. Navy has aimed to develop fully autonomous submarines. In a real-world conflict with a peer like Russia or China, losing a single submarine represents more than losing a multi-billion-dollar asset. The years of intense training and education invested in each enlisted sailor and officer are invaluable. Additionally, losing a significant number of submarines during a war could cripple the submarine fleet's effectiveness, as new crews cannot be formed overnight. To address these concerns, the Navy has pursued the creation of fully autonomous submarines to augment the fleet and take on the most dangerous missions. These include laying mines in enemy waters, infiltrating occupied ports and accessing underwater cables. These high-risk operations would help mitigate the risk to multi-billion-dollar submarines and their irreplaceable crews. But what was the solution to this problem? This is where the Echo Voyager comes in. Echo Voyager. The brainchild of Boeing's creation, this underwater vehicle is the grandfather of the Manta Ray. Perhaps the most crucial reason to look at the Echo Voyager is to see what these ships are capable of and how they work, because this technology is 2 decades old. There is much more information about it that has been made public, and it measures about 72 feet long and 8.5 feet wide and 8.5 feet tall. The Echo Voyager is about 3 times larger than the Manta Ray and weighs about 50 tons. According to Boeing press releases, the Echo Voyager has a range of 6,500 nautical miles on one fuel module. Indeed, the Echo Voyager and, by extension, the Manta Ray or any other unmanned underwater vehicle are powered by a revolutionary underwater propulsion system known as Air-Independent Propulsion, or AIP. Let's take a look closer and explain what it is. Traditional submarines run on electric batteries that obtain energy from the energy produced by diesel generators. However, you cannot run a diesel generator in an enclosed space, as the toxic exhaust gases will kill everyone on board if left on long enough. Because of this, diesel submarines have to surface frequently to snorkel at depth to charge their electric batteries by running their diesel engines. Of course, this platform, since it is exposed to the surface, exposes the submarines to enemy fire from ships, aircraft, and coastal batteries. AIP solves this problem, although several methods exist, including bioethanol and liquid oxygen fuels that these fuel cells enable. The submarine can charge its batteries underwater to save these precious fuel cells. A submarine can typically charge its batteries with a diesel engine when there is no danger and remain submerged with fuel cells while on a mission. However, the AIP has traditionally been heavy, so the Echo Voyager weighs 50 tons. If naval scientists and defense contractors could miniaturize AIP on the Manta Ray, this would be a groundbreaking development in naval warfare's history. But now we talk about how Echo Voyager and, by extension, the Manta Ray propels itself. How does it work in water? Once submerged in water, the boat can reach up to 8 knots, but must maintain at least 3 knots. It can also travel up to 150 nautical miles between diesel engine charges. The boat can also dive to an impressive level. Depth of 11,000 feet compared to the 3,000 feet deep the U.S. Los Angeles Class submarine can dive. But how does Echo Voyager find out where it is in the world? At such a profound depth, traditional GPS systems do not work to tell the Echo Voyager where it is. Instead, at that depth, Echo Voyager relies on an inertial navigation system that essentially calculates the ship using its current heading and speed based on the last time it obtained a GPX correction near water. In addition to the inertial navigation system, the Echo Voyager also has Doppler velocity logs, whose sole purpose is to send signals to the surrounding water and wait for a return to measure the ship's speed when Echo Voyager is near the ocean floor. It can use a similar version of terrain contour matching used by Tomahawk missiles to guide it. Lastly, the Echo Voyager is equipped with forward-facing sonar to help you avoid turning into seamounts or underwater mountains. But how does the Echo Voyager stay stable? Thanks to its automatic buoyancy control ability, the Echo Voyager can be kept at the desired depth by filling or emptying its ballast tanks. And to keep it upright and not capsize due to ocean currents, the boat can adjust its seat fore and aft to keep the boat on a stable course. These features can keep the Echo Voyager within 1 foot of its desired depth and 7.7 feet within its desired location anywhere in the ocean up to 11,000 feet deep. Although Echo Voyager's mission remains classified, many options are on board. With a 14-foot-long internal payload bay that can transport up to 8 tons of equipment, the Echo Voyager can carry out intelligence-gathering missions in deep waters and with the ability to access underwater cables deeper into the seabed. However, it is known that the Echo Voyager had not been assembled until the Boeing-designed Orca appeared on the scene. Named after one of nature's top predators, the Orca is another unmanned underwater vehicle the Navy tests to spark a new era in underwater warfare. The next generation of the Echo Voyager, the Orca, is about 13 feet longer at 85 feet and has dimensions and weight similar to those of the Echo Voyager, as it was a direct descendant of it. While the Orca certainly has much of the same technology as the Echo Voyager and the Manta Ray, what makes the Orca different is that it is armed. Although the Navy has remained tight-lipped on its exact capabilities, the Orca has been confirmed to be the Navy's armed underwater drone. Public hearings before Congress have suggested that the Navy wants the Orca to take on all the combat tasks of a traditional submarine, including firing torpedoes and laying mines. Additionally, the Orca has some previously unknown but developing technologies. Finding and disseminating underwater mines to clear sea lanes for ships and submarines. Aside from this public discourse, little else is known about the Orca other than that the Navy wants it to eventually take on dangerous combat duties. But what does all this mean for the time to come? The future of submarines. Though the concept has come a long way, the Navy is still years away from unleashing these hordes of infernal sea creatures on unsuspecting enemies. The most recent announcement noted that the Manta Ray has completed its initial underwater testing to prove it can drive itself and not simply sink when put in water. In addition, Boeing just delivered the first operational prototype of the Orca to the Navy on December 2023. However, while a fully automated underwater robot won't be sinking enemy fleets anytime soon, the capability is certainly there. It will be a game changer for the U.S. once these prototypes are operational. But even among this powerful undersea player, several submarines stand out. These warships possess a unique combination of capabilities, firepower, and advanced technology, making them the most dangerous on the planet. USS Jimmy Carter. America's small fleet of 3 Seawolf-class nuclear attack submarines is considered among the stealthiest in the world. Still, the USS Jimmy Carter's capabilities are so unique that the vessel is sometimes considered a class unto itself. Seawolf subs use pump jet propulsion systems rather than a spinning propeller to cruise almost silently through the ocean. Unlike the exposed propellers of many older submarines, pump jets use a duct around a turbine pump to draw in water near the front of the vessel and push it out from a nozzle at the back. The Navy claims that even while sailing at 25 knots, the Seawolf sub's pump jet systems are quieter than their Los Angeles-class predecessors were while docked. The USS Jimmy Carter's unique design offers even more combat capability. The 453-foot vessel is 100 feet longer than its sister ships, thanks to what the Navy calls the State Multi-Mission Platform. This added section can be used to deploy Navy SEALs, remotely operated vehicles, or other classified combat or intelligence-gathering systems. As a result, the USS Jimmy Carter has reportedly played a key role in many high-stakes clandestine operations over the years. Because of the USS Jimmy Carter's advanced stealth and unique troop deployment bay, it is considered the most dangerous submarine currently carrying out missions. This filling submarine is the powerholder of Russia. Russian Boray Class submarine. Boray Class is a nuclear-propelled ballistic missile submarine building program being implemented by Sevmash for the Russian Navy. These highly capable nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, called SSBNs, reflect Russia's commitment to modernizing its underwater fleet force, affirming Russia as a credible heavyweight in world maritime space. The Boray Class, which has replaced the Delta III and IV class submarines, is a revelation in Russian submarine design. These submarines were the first to use pump jet propulsion to improve maneuverability and noise. They reported that they are lower than their predecessors and therefore the quieter submarines in the Russian Navy. With a submerged displacement of approximately 24,000 tons, and a length of about 560 feet. The submarines in the Boreas class have a slimmer shape than those of previous classes of Russian submarines. They consist of 1,300,000 parts, 109 kilometers of pipes, and 600 kilometers of wire, all fused to make those underwater monsters. The essence of their threat is the Bulava operational tactical ballistic missile of the third generation that can carry up to 10 tons of ammunition. These submarines, equipped with 16 RSM-56 Bulava missiles on board, have a range of almost 5,000 miles, making them a global player and a force to reckon with. Going far beyond their years, these submarines stand for the first time as the basis of the Russian fleet, equipped with a set of digital control systems that regulate all aspects of navigation, power plant, weapon handling, and life support systems, making these submarines the most effective and safe for crews. The Boreas class has evolved into 3 versions. The first variant was the Boreas, followed by the Boreas A and the Boreas B. Each version has stealth and combat capabilities enhancements. One of these is the Boreas A variant, which has enhanced command and control systems and stealth features. Thus, although funding issues resulted in the completion of the first submarine, Yuri Dolgoruki, the Russian Navy has commissioned several units and is planning to commission more, emphasizing the importance of these weapon systems within the Russian Navy's strategy. In the quest for underwater superiority, the Boreas-class submarines are not only a symbol of power, but also a clear message of Russia's naval ambitions. As we continue our exploration of the best submarines in the world, we turn our attention to the prowess of the Virginia-class submarines. American Virginia-class submarine. These ocean titans are the latest answer of the U.S. Navy to modern underwater warfare and are the epitome of stealth and strength. Submarines that can attack quickly without a trace. Rehumanize. Besides the SSN 774 class designation, the Virginia class is a cutting-edge technology used in the U.S. submarine fleet. These submarines are powered by nuclear energy and are fast attack submarines with cruise missiles, designed for many missions in the open sea and close to the shore. Thus, they are a versatile part of the Navy's capabilities. The Virginia class has been developed with various advanced technologies such as electronics, stealth, intelligence collection, and weapon systems. These submarines can hit targets on land with pinpoint accuracy using Tomahawk cruise missiles and also conduct covert long-term surveillance over areas of land, coastal waters, or other sea forces. Besides, the missions encompass anti-submarine and anti-ship warfare, special forces delivery and support, and mine delivery and minefield mapping. Because of this, they are genuinely ranked among the best submarines in the world. The Virginia class comes with several states' first features. The first of the American submarines, being a photonic mast that replaced the traditional periscope and can be outfitted with high-resolution cameras, light intensification and infrared sensors, an electronic support measures mast, an imaging mast, a laser rangefinder, and an integrated electronic warfare suite. Virginia-class submarines are constructed to rule the world's littoral and deep seas while preserving the high degree of stealth and endurance, which are the trademarks of the United States submarine force. They can get a very clear image of the environment and process the received information very quickly because of the efficiency of their sonar systems, the dimensional chamber for the special forces, with the capability of extensive lock-in and lock-out entrapment for escape, and a torpedo room, which can be configured to fit a large number of Tomahawk's land attack missiles, thus awarding them the status of an excellent attack submarine. The Virginia-class's ability to act virtually without being detected gives the U.S. the most powerful maritime security possible. The Virginia-class embodies the technological ingenuity and long-term planning of American naval engineering. Apart from being weapons of war, these vessels reflect the decision to no longer be passive in the face of threats, but instead be active in upholding peace through strength, staying undetected to effectively secure our waters. Exploring the underwater abilities of these wonders, it becomes clear that the Virginia class is rightly among the world's largest and most sophisticated attack submarine fleet. Not only is the Virginia class the most sophisticated submarine in the world, but this next submarine is also labeled as the nation's pride. British Vanguard Class Submarine. With the utmost effectiveness, Vickers Shipbuilding and Engineering Ltd., which is currently BAE Systems Marine, manufactured the Vanguard-class Navy in 4 primary forms: HMS Vanguard, HMS Victorious, HMS Vigilant, and HMS Vengeance. Their size is, with a submerged displacement of 15,900 tons, naturally a showcase of British engineering and a place among the world's largest. Each submarine boasts the Thales underwater systems, Type 2054 composite sonar system, a testament to the class's multimodal detection capabilities. The heart of their power, a Rolls-Royce PWR-2 reactor, bestows upon them the remarkable endurance to circumnavigate the globe approximately 20 times without the need for refueling, a feat that underscores their status as one of the best submarines in the world. The Vanguard class's primary armament consists of 16 Trident 2D5 missiles, each a 3-stage solid propellant Leviathan capable of supersonic speeds and delivering payloads over a range of over 7,360 kilometers. These missiles, housed within the submarine's formidable arsenal, carry multiple independently targeted re-entry vehicles, each with a potential yield of 100 kDa to 120 kT. Furthermore, the submarines are equipped with 4 533mm torpedo tubes, enhancing their capability as an attack submarine. While the Vanguard class can house up to 192 nuclear warheads, strategic defense policies initially limited their missile capacity to 96, and subsequent reviews have further reduced this number to 48. This strategic armament policy balances formidable deterrence and global arms reduction efforts. The Vanguard-class submarines, for one, have replaced the Polaris missile's Resolution-class submarines, which were commissioned in 1993, and for HMS Vanguard specifically, are a substantial evolution in the United Kingdom's naval combat capabilities. Their arrival caused a major redevelopment program, during which new facilities for handling, storage, and armament processing were constructed. The total upgrade is estimated to have cost around 550 million euros. Let's take a closer look at what makes the Suffrin class a contender for the title of the best submarine in the world. French Suffrin class attack submarine. The Suffrin class is an extraordinary example of naval engineering the famous naval group created. These nuclear-powered attack submarines are equipped with cutting-edge stealth technology, which makes them superior at evading detection. They can remain undetected up to an operational depth of 350 meters, allowing them to move through deep water with agility and stealth, a key feature for a modern attack submarine. With a length of 90 meters and a submerged displacement of nearly 5,300 tons, these Titans are the 2 most miniature submarines and the smallest in the world. Anyway, they are designed in such a way that achieves a balance of size and stealth, and therefore can stand among the most advanced submarines in the oceans today. The crew controls a menacing armada, including naval cruise missiles that make the Suffrin class very good at land attack missions. Combined with the newest French sonar system, the DSUV State Underwater Situational Awareness System, this arsenal guarantees its position as a first-class attack submarine. The Suffrin class cost on average €3.4 billion per unit, and it is indeed a huge investment for continuing France's naval supremacy, as well as part of a more extensive program to modernize the nation's forces based on the new security environment that has emerged in the world today. The Suffrin class is proof of France's concern for its navy and an unambiguous affirmation of the world that the country is ready to protect its interests below the ocean's surface. American Ohio-class submarine. These enormous leviathans play a vital role as one of the 3 legs of the U.S. nuclear deterrence, which creates a powerful message of the country's readiness to protect itself and have a secure and unassailable stance. It includes 14 fleet ballistic missile submarines and 4 cruise missile submarines. The quantity of SSBN is attributable to carrying about 1/2 of the total number of U.S. active strategic thermonuclear warfare heads. Every SSBN is built to hold 20 Trident II submarine-launched ballistic missiles. This is the realization that the Ohio class was primarily built for strategic purposes. These giants are 156 meters long and 43 meters in beam, manned by 150 personnel with 15 officers and 40 enlisted. The strategic weapon for these submarines is the Trident 2D5 missile, whose features include increased range and accuracy, making them a critical attack submarine. Modernized Ohio-class SSGNs are force multipliers in conflict, and their primary mission involves supporting their counterparts' strike demands and special operation forces. All of them can accommodate up to 154 Tomahawk land attack cruise missile and up to 60 SOF personnel. This increases their forward strike attack assets in support of the combatant commander's tasking. Each SSGN is manned by 2 alternating crews known as Blue and Gold, which maximizes the submarine's strategic availability while ensuring the crew's training, readiness, and morale. This innovative approach to crew rotation exemplifies our commitment to maintaining a vigilant and ready force beneath the waves. As we look to the future, the Ohio class will gradually pass the baton to the cutting-edge Columbia-class submarines, with the first new entrant scheduled to enter service in 2031. This transition marks a new era in submarine warfare, promising to uphold the legacy of being the home of the world's largest submarine fleet and a leader in maritime innovation. This next submarine is said to be one of the world's most powerful vessels available right now, Yasin Class Submarine. The vessel's design is said to be state-of-the-art. The Yasin Class nuclear submarines are presumed to be armed with land attack cruise missiles, anti-ship missiles, and anti-submarine missiles, including the Onyx SLCM, Caliber Family SLCM, or 3 M51 SLCM. Caliber PL has several variants, including the 3 M54K and 3 M54K1 subsonic anti-ship, 91R1 anti-submarine, and the 3 M14K land attack variant. In the future, installing the hypersonic Zircon cruise missiles on upgraded 885 boats will also be an option. Each submarine can carry 30 caliber or 24 Onyx cruise missiles stored in 8 vertical launchers. Additional missiles may be carried in the torpedo room at the expense of torpedoes. It will also have 10 533 mm tubes, mines, and anti-submarine missiles, such as the RPK-7. It is the first Russian submarine class equipped with a spherical sonar, MGK-600 Irtish Amphora. The device was tested on a modified Yankee-class submarine. The sonar system consists of a spherical bow array, flank arrays, and a towed array. Due to the large size of this spherical array, the torpedo tubes are slanted. In other words, the outer doors of the torpedo tube are not located in the immediate bow, as in the previous Akula class, but moved aft. The hull is constructed from low magnetic steel. Unlike previous Russian submarines with a double hull, Yasin class submarines mostly have a single hull. The Yasin class has 85 crew on Project 885 and 64 on Project 885M, suggesting a high degree of automation in the submarine's different systems. Yasin class submarines are the first to be equipped with a 4th-generation nuclear reactor. The reactor, built by Africantov OKBM, will allegedly have a 25 to 30-year core life and will not have to be refueled. Kaluga Turbine Works supply steam turbines. The inclusion of a new generation KTP-6 reactor on the Yasin M boats is thought to significantly reduce their noise level. The reactor's primary cooling loop facilitates the natural circulation of water and thus doesn't require continuous operation of the main circulation pumps, which are the critical noise factor on a nuclear submarine. According to Admiral Foggo, the U.S. Naval Forces Europe commander, the Yasin class submarines are very quiet. which is the most important thing in a submarine warfare state. It's claimed that Severodvinsk is far quieter than previous Russian SSNs, capable of 20 knots while running quietly, which is equal to the Seawolf class, and inferior only to the Virginia class of 25 knots. Other sources claim that Severodvinsk can even have 28 knots in silent mode. Initial estimates regarding the cost of the first Yasin Class submarine ranged from $1 billion to $2 billion. In 2011, it was reported that the cost of first-of-class Severodvinsk was 50 billion rubles, roughly $1.6 billion. In contrast, the second unit, Kazan, will cost an estimated 47 billion rubles, approximately $725 million in the 2019 Arab to USD exchange rate. In 2011, then Defense Minister Anatoly Serdyukov criticized the ever-increasing cost of the Boray and Yasin classes. The minister described the massive increase in cost between the first and the second Yasin class submarine as incomprehensible. However, he insisted that the Russian Defense Ministry and Sevmash would resolve the issue. The United Shipbuilding Corporation officials replied that work done in Sevmash accounts for only 30% of the submarine's completion cost. The remaining 7% is linked to suppliers and contractors. Following the powerful Yasin submarine, this next submarine is known for its heavy weapons storage. Astute Class submarine. The Astute Class has storage for 38 weapons. It typically carries a mix of Spearfish heavy torpedoes and Tomahawk Block 4 cruise missiles, costing 87,000 euros each. The Tomahawk missiles can hit a target within a few meters to a range of 1,000 miles. In May 2022, the MOD announced that it would upgrade these missiles to Block 5 standard from 2024, which boasts an extended range and modernized in-flight communication and target selection. The Astute Combat Management System is a new version of the submarine command system used on other classes of British submarines. The system receives data from the boat's sensors and displays the results on command consoles. The submarines also have Atlas Hydrographic DESO 25 high-precision echo sounders, 2 CM010 non-hull penetrating optronic masts, in place of conventional periscopes, which carry thermal imaging and low-light TV and color CCD TV sensors. The class also mounts a successor identification friend or foe system. The Astute class is equipped with the sophisticated sonar, 2076 integrated passive-active search and attack sonar suite with bow, intercept, flank, and towed arrays for detecting enemy ships and submarines. BAE claims the 2076 is the world's best sonar system. All Astute-class submarines will be fitted with the Advanced Common Combat System. The boats of the Astute class are powered by a Rolls-Royce pressurized water reactor and fitted with a pump jet propulsor. The pressurized water reactor was developed for the Vanguard Class ballistic missile submarines and had a 25-year lifespan without refueling. As a result, the new submarines are about 30% larger than previous British Fleet submarines, which were powered by smaller diameter reactors. Like all Royal Navy submarines, the bridge fin of the Astute-class boats is specially reinforced to allow surfacing through ice caps. These submarines can also be fitted with a dry deck shelter, allowing special forces to deploy whilst submerging the submarine. More than 39,000 acoustic tiles mask the vessel's sonar signature, part of the acoustic qualities that give the Astute class over any other submarine previously operated by the Royal Navy. Astute is the second Royal Navy submarine class, after the Vanguard class, to have a bunk for each member of the ship's company, ending the practice of hot bunking, whereby two sailors on opposite watches shared the same bunk at different times. However, they have less mess deck space than the Valiant-class submarine built 45 years earlier. A Defense Board audit recognized mistakes had been made on accommodation standards and quality of life issues. Since it is nuclear-powered, the boat has theoretically unlimited endurance, though in practice it is limited to 90 days at sea based on food carried and crew endurance. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.